I want to start by saying this gently, but honestly. Most of us aren't stuck because we lack potential. We're stuck because we've gotten really good at building excuses instead of foundations. And I don't say that to judge you. I say it because I've lived it. If you're listening to this, there's a good chance you're tired of living on autopilot. Tired of knowing that there's more in you, but not quite knowing where to begin, or even what stepping into that more would even require. And if that's you, then let's begin. I'm Caren, and this is The Rewrite, a space for honest conversations about rebuilding your life with clarity and ownership, not blame or avoidance. Now, let me be clear about something up front. This podcast is not for everyone. It's not for people who refuse to reflect, grow, or take responsibility for their own lives, or even for those who want change without accountability or growth without discomfort. But if you're someone who's open, even just a little, if you're willing to be challenged, to think differently, and to get uncomfortable in an honest way, then this space is for you. Because I'm not here to coddle anyone, but I am here to walk alongside people who are ready to just stop living in a victim mindset and start stepping into a victor mindset. For a long time, my life looked fine from the outside. I cared about people, I listened well, I showed up. But beneath all of that was something I didn't want to admit. I knew I had a voice. I knew I was called to use it. I knew I had a natural ability to connect, to encourage, to challenge perspectives, and to help people think differently. And I kept postponing it. I told myself I just didn't know where to begin. I told myself I needed more clarity, more preparation, more confidence. But the truth was simpler. I was afraid. Afraid of doing it wrong, afraid of failing publicly, afraid of what people might think. So I hid behind being agreeable, behind being helpful, behind waiting for the right time. And time kept passing. Missed opportunities to make an impact sooner, even financial opportunities, and chances to fully step into what I already knew I carried. I felt the misalignment. The gap between my spiritual conviction to make an impact and the reality that I wasn't doing anything about it. And that gap began to frustrate me more than the fear ever did. But I kept delaying until the realization became unavoidable that if the gifts I'd been given die with me, never shared, never lived out, simply because I was afraid, that would be on me. Not on circumstances, not on waiting for perfect clarity, on me. And that's when the rewrite began. This podcast exists because I'm done pretending that everything is great and that I'm already living my best life. I'm not. I'm building it intentionally, imperfectly, and honestly. And one of the biggest things people get wrong about rebuilding their lives is timing. They think when the time is right, I'll start. Or when things calm down, I'll move. When I feel more confident, I'll try. But unless you know how and when to step into God's perfect timing, I also believe there's a moment, that unshakable feeling you get when something has been pulling at you for a long time, sometimes for years, sometimes for your entire life. And that feeling is the signal. And when it shows up, the only real choice is whether you're going to listen or keep postponing your own becoming. Here's what you can expect from me on this podcast: honest conversations, straightforward reflections, real tools, not hype or fluff or any of that stuff. Because I truly believe that most people are far more capable than they realize. And I approach this with genuine care. And while I trust deeply that God works in every season of our lives, I also believe the gifts He gives us are meant to be used. Growth will always require participation. And I want to be very clear about this part. I'm not here to fix you. I'm not here to hype you up for the next 10, 20, 30 minutes and send you back to the same patterns. And I'm definitely not here to rescue you, but rather I'm here to challenge you and to speak honestly with compassion, to tell you to stop making excuses, to get out of your own way, and to meet your destiny halfway by believing in yourself enough to take the first step. Whether it's executing one big task a week, writing a page a day for that book you keep saying you'll write someday, or simply inquiring about a path you feel drawn to, you don't have to know every step. You just have to begin. This podcast is simply a space to think honestly, to challenge the stories we tell ourselves, and to take real steps forward, even when we don't feel ready. Now, if something here makes you pause, question, or reflect, then it's doing what it's meant to do. You don't have to change everything at once. You just have to stop standing still. And if you're willing to do that, then it's time to step into it. This is the rewrite, because your story isn't finished yet.